Yo, what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. King the Builder, and today we are back again, going to be taking a look, at least at some, of I guess you could argue it's a preview-ish, for a few of the new version 2.3 findings from the Pioneer server. Now, I do want it to be known that this is my Pioneer server account. However, for some reason, it's bugged, and I've tried now going back and forth between the two Pioneer servers that you can, oops, hang on, not there, but you could see here. Well, there we go. Yeah, so you'll see I have, an account on both. And for whatever reason, it is just not letting me do anything. You can see there's only two servers. And I don't know why, but it's just, again, it's saying that I'm cleared, and when I try and click on this, I just get that. So it is a little limiting on what I can see, but I will be showing a couple screenshots that some other players thankfully posted on the IK Discord. Just to show off, I'm going to give some feedback and some thoughts, and then hopefully once we get the patch notes and those come out, right, we'll of course do another big full review as usual. Now, before we get started, if you enjoyed the content, as always, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell, and of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description and below. Okay. First thing out of the way, and let me just start with, if I can, some screenshots, which is probably just going to be more appropriate, just because I have a limited view and I might only be able to show you guys really kind of one thing, more or less. So, okay. So let's go ahead and I don't even know what I just clicked, if I might have accidentally done something. Okay, so let's do this. So here is some of the information. I'm just going to start here, right? So from what has been collected thus far, and this is based on, again, there might have been other screenshots or other rumblings that have been talked about, but these are just some of the major things, is that it seems a portion of the 2.3 update is going to be centered around dragons, and by increasing you to be able to additionally skill them up from what you can see here, right? Beyond 10, going to the stars for 1, you have a couple different options, and this is just an example. I think it's for Holy. And again, so you can go up additional here. I would imagine this is probably going to end up costing shards to some extent, or I should say the dragon shards that you get from killing the gnome bosses, right, as for these ones, right, if you're ended up leveling your individual skills, not any talents, obviously, that you're putting on there. So, again, there's that, and then if we get here, now you're seeing that it looks as though they're coming up with some kind of talent tree for dragons. And again, I think from what someone was saying, these ones cost shards as well. So again, I saw some people post that they put 30k, someone said I think 100 or 200k that they had put in already, just to get some of these. Again, we'll see. I can't recall if there's screenshots again, I can't really see it because it's not even allowing for me to access a dragon, because I'm just stuck essentially at chapter 2 on both of the accounts. But you can see here, right, some examples of how the tree looks. And I just wanted to point this out because I thought it'd be really important on showing just a different view for what they're looking. And you can see here, right, you have like these special crystals, which seems as though you might end up using these, maybe a combination of the two. Maybe you have to use these at certain pinnacle points. Again, given I just can't really see anything, it's a little limited on what I can specifically show. I'm sure we'll get some clarifications, and if anyone wants to, please let me know in the comments below. I apologize again for being a little strapped here, unfortunately. But you can see that they're expanding the way that we view and how we interact with dragons. And again, the thing I'm going to say is that I don't think it's bad per se. I don't know if I want to say it's overwhelmingly great. It just depends on what else is going to be in the patch notes, right? And what we see there, because Sure, do we want a little more, are people okay with having a little more content to do? Yeah. I don't think that is necessarily a bad thing inherently. I think one thing that might appeal or appease to the player base a little bit more is having more events in order for the free to play and just the everyday player to be able to progress more and faster right on their journey to C50. That's something I think would be great. Maybe some events on being able to invest resources so you can get dragon shards, right? So the only way to get them in bulk, right, isn't isn't just limited to doing it with a gnome boss, but maybe an event comes around where you can invest some decent resources, right, your AP, or something else, to where you can have a chance of getting more of your dragon shards, right? Or something else that's a finite. Maybe you come out. I mean, again, they have the gold events that are there. That's an example of something that came out later, right? With the I keep forgetting what it's called exactly, but when they came out with the furnace event, right, for you to be able to also get additional gold right outside of it just being initially, when it was originally, I should say originally, limited to contentional relics, right, for COR on the winning faction to be able to farm those tiles that spawn in the middle afterwards. So again, something like that I think might even be more appropriate. Here's kind of another view on how this looks. Again, I don't have the dragons unlocked, so I'm a little bit limited. And then we end up having, and it's funny, I was trying to compare this, and there is one new Immortal that I didn't see on my list from my actual home account. And I'll show you here. That is going to be, here we go. It's going to be Trajan. So this is one I can show because when I was sifting through, just because I wanted to double check and make sure, because I haven't looked at some of the Epic Immortals, I think as of late. Oh no, excuse me, Trajan was there. Where's the other guy I was looking for? Hang on. I gotta make sure I get this right here. So it was, oh gosh, let me see here. Trajan, no, he's here. That's so weird. Oh, but I can't summon him. Hall of Immortals. Frostborn. Someone pointed out Trajan. Someone pointed out, I think. Yeah, see, even this guy is even. Oh well, hang on, I'm not showing that, but where is it? See, even Kublai Khan, right? Or just this guy in general, right? Man, it must have been a minute since I've looked at some of the new Immortals. Wow, right? Because these ones are new to me. Again, new Ragnar was there, but Trajan, that's one. Someone sent a screenshot making it seem like this person might have been new. And then I think someone put Yi Shun. That was it. Let me see here. Hang on. For whatever. Yeah, because you can see here on my screen, right, where I was looking through it, and where is? Yeah, he's got the Conqueror. Yeah, I think he's right here. Yeah, so someone sent one of Yi Shun, but I mean, I see Yi Shun right here, and if I do plus, right, it says Hall of Immortals. Unless he's not there. Oh, I see. Maybe because he's not there yet. Oh, wait, hang on. But that's the full, though. Let's see here. Yeah, but see, he's already here. He's shooting for it. I don't know. Maybe it's just not been active. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not sure. So maybe someone was just comparing it to something else. But anyways, again, those are some of them. So I guess in that, maybe I'm just totally cray and it's just been a minute. I'll default to that. It's just been a minute. Again, I don't think I saw anyone new here on. I always like to check this just to see if there might be someone I don't know, or to see who's new. There wasn't anyone there on Water. Earth, there was a few. Hang on, where is it for Earth? Oh, it's a Rush. Ishun. Here we go. This guy in the back. So there's one guy coming soon, two coming soon, right? So you got these two guys here for Earth. Lightning, right? We got Hammurabi. I'm pretty sure this is Sun Tzu, and this is probably Cao Cao. or Chow Chow, right? I think that's how you pronounce it. So again, that seems pretty obvi in that regard. And then we go to fire, and I think we got Lu Bu here, which at least it seems as though it's going to be Lu Bu. That's my guess. And then everyone else I think is accounted for. No one new here on dark or light. So again, those are just a few. And man, I'm going to be honest, I'm sure I'm probably missing one or two things, but in the event if I am, please make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below. Again, I did initially try just clicking on everything to see if I could, again, because I have a limited view based on just this account's level, I can't really see everything. So thankfully I was able to rely on some of the people that did make some of the posts there on the IK Discord. What I'm going to say here, and this is kind of just leaving you with my final thoughts, is that one of the things, and again, I'm saying this with kind of a grain of salt because we haven't seen the patch notes yet, right? I don't like to hypothesize and say, hey, this is going to be so bad because of the direction, or this is going to be so great because of what's happening. Again, we have to see what the patch notes are going to have in store. What I will say is that even though there have been trinklings from the past couple updates of, I would argue, to be some good things, there have also been things that have just been left unchecked and unaddressed. And I think those are the things that we really want to see as a community. You know, we want to see them fix / update KVK. Not only with the bugs and, you know, the unfortunateness of the, you know, farm thermal, you know, the alt thermal towers from farms being made, and again, other circumstances and issues that have occurred. But in addition, one of the big ones is just not opening up Zone 1 to everyone, right? Have it be progressive, where, you know, you don't have to, where you don't go and fight in your adjacent Zone 1s, and you can have one kingdom that just takes over the entire map from Zone 1 before you can even get to Zone 2, right? The whole point really of KVK, in my opinion, is to be able to experience as much of it as possible in a progressive way, where it's not just an all or nothing thing that can be decided, you know, within the beginning portion of that event. That to me just doesn't make any sense. You're just ruining the experience for many people, if not the majority. Or you could be, I should say. You know, again, seeing things where we have more options. Man, dude, coming out with some type of way to rally stack, where you can do more kind of shotgun rallies, which is common in other kingdom builders, right? So you have a way to kind of fight and combat, you know, bigger players, right, to an extent. So you're not just kind of left to the demise of, for the most part, and I'm sure unintended, but maybe unintended purposes of just, you know, getting demolished, if you will, right, depending on your kingdom and the players that you have there, right, by the people that spend. I mean, even if you look at other games, even as a free to play, you can at minimum, right, support. I mean, you could even be a rally leader, right? But majority of the time, usually you're supporting a rally leader. You can't really do that in IK, which means that you are pretty much limited to having to rely on another player in your kingdom that is going to spend as much as another player, right? You know, one of the great things about some other kingdom builders is that once you get to a certain point where you have, you know, max an account for all intents and purposes, or even if you're just close to, right, you can still beat other comps just because you have the support of the free-to-play base who is willing to fill your rally after rally after rally, right? And to me, that shows more of a kingdom effort. And I think those situations should really be highlighted and rewarded rather than having it come down to, you know, who as an individual has more money in their pocket and they're just able to kind of run rampant, right? Now, my view is only because I feel that, yeah, if you're going to spend money, it should definitely allow for you to get ahead. but I don't feel that it should be something that kind of is game breaking in that regard, right? When you look at some other kingdom builders, right, you can spend to a certain point where you'll max things. And a free to play can get to a point where they'll have, max buildings, max tech. They'll unlock certain things, right? Now, yeah, it may take them longer to get other areas up to par, but they can still do it. And sure, some you could argue for maybe the most part, writers not necessarily in a timely manner because it would still take a while. But these are things that you can do to kind of help that, right? Where you allow for, troop power to stack or to have some type of compound that you do, right? Where you take a percentage of it and you stack it on the power to where you can eventually have a stronger troop power than someone who is a high spender and they have some kind of like 400k plus true power or something like that. Maybe you end up having yours where it's combined you guys can have 450, right, or 500 or something like that, to the point of where you're not gonna really for all intents and purposes probably do a lot for this player, but it's the feeling, it's the motivation behind, what, if we're able to out rally or rally when they're asleep or they're not protected, right? It's almost as though it's the idea of it that kind of makes the opposition play in a different way than they would as if they just didn't have anything to worry about, so to speak. And I think that is something where you have that kind of that action / reaction that could occur on the battlefield that makes those fights that much more enjoyable. And so again, whether it's something like that or another type of effect, I really feel, right, or even if you just have someone who's a rally leader and then you fill the rally and it adds to the total troop power, right? Not to where it's, I would say, I don't want to say flagrant, but, to the point of where it's unfair, but at least enough to where, you could win against someone who is considered, a high spender / whale. If you catch them off guard or you catch them in a certain situation, right, where they don't have anyone filling or they're just, asleep, shield is off, those types of situations where, you might need someone who's another high spender to maybe kind of go toe-to-toe on rally versus rally. Right. Again, I even though I'm kind of spitballing, it'd be nice if there were some creative ways to approach that. I think those are also things that would make the game more enjoyable, outside of what I feel to be things that can help nurture kingdoms and high player activity, and more importantly, player retention to keep people playing the game. I think there's improvements that can be made internally within home kingdoms as well, some of which I've talked about in my feedback rounds. But anyways, that's it for me. I feel like I've been somewhat rambling at this point. And in any event, if you even enjoy my soliloquy, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys think about the whole kind of dragon approach and what they're doing. Like I said, I feel as though this is a portion of what will be included in the patch notes, at least I hope. Just because it is one thing and we're not really seeing, a lot else so far. At least I haven't seen or heard as of yet. But of course, would love to know your thoughts regardless. And please, if you do want to, leave those in the comments below. That's it for me. Until next time, I'll catch you later.